this is a first for us. Usually all of this is done in one take. I'm going to go ahead and tell you the truth. The last time it took 9 minutes, and I thought that was too much to watch. So I'm going to try to tell you about why I'm filming this so late and what I've learned over the past week in 5 minutes. This week we have been in Nashville, Tennessee. I am a member of the National District Attorneys Association. Attorneys from all across the United States get together once a year in the summertime, and if it's local, if it's close, I'll usually go. This one was in Nashville, but you know, if it's in Spokane or somewhere, I probably won't go. But I did go. It was on violent crime. We had a lot of great speakers from around the country, and there was a lot that I took away from it. But one of the main things that I will share with you, two main things. The first is we were so lucky to be where we're at. You go up there and you think about the caseload that you've got and some of the crime that is around the area, and then you talk to someone from Richmond, Virginia, or Los Angeles, or San Francisco, and Lord, we don't want to compare ourselves with any of those places. Philadelphia, it's East Coast, West Coast, Dallas, Houston, in the middle. And they've got some real issues, So, not that we don't, but we've got, because of our police, because of our associations with state and federal, really dedicated, hardworking police officers, and a system that generally strives to do its best work. We really have, we've got it made compared to a lot of other places. Now, if you go over in South Dakota or some of, you know, I don't even know what they do as prosecutors. So there are some that has very, very low crime, but even in Missouri, I mean, St. Louis, Lord, I wouldn't live in St. Louis if I was a rat. And maybe that's just because the prosecutors are talking about, you know, how crime is sort of taken over. We don't want that here. We fight very hard. We do not, we don't come around and exempt crimes. If it's illegal, it's illegal, and we do the best that we can to uphold the laws that the state of South Carolina has put forward. So holding that line has paid benefits, and obviously we're not perfect. We don't get it perfect all the time, but that is a big difference. Once you say, I'm not going to prosecute this type of crime, which is mind-bending to me, you're not the legislature, you're not, as prosecutor, you're not the judge. You need to be in the executive branch doing what you are hired to do, and that's how we do it here. So I think that has helped, and we've got really good law enforcement agencies that work hard to help. The other thing that I was going to tell you, and I didn't, when I looked at it, I didn't know how this played into violent crime, but retail theft, and obviously with all of the stores that we've got in Myrtle Beach, we have retail theft, but I never looked at it as violent crime. In some places it really is, and most of the time it is where these jurisdictions that say, I'm not going to prosecute shoplifting, or I'm not going to prosecute petty theft. Well, what that means for the bad guys is we can steal any and everything up till $2,000, and we're not going to be prosecuted. So there are literally places, Macy's was part of this conference that came out and said, you know, we've had to shut down stores we've pulled out of areas. We've got a whole security team. And it's not just Macy's, it's TJ Maxx, it's all of those other ones. And what's happening is gangs associated will go in, grab up a whole bunch of stuff in these places, take off, and all of that stuff ends up at one place. And it is helping to support the gangs in that area. So I got some ideas on how we locally can touch base with some of the private retailers and work together to make Horry and Georgetown even safer. And I'll be putting together that process this week, next week. That's 5 minutes. That's 6 minutes. So if you guys have any questions that you want answered, please, like you always do, email us or comment in this video, and we'll try to answer them. Next week, Monday, I'll be back, and we will talk about the cases that went on in court this week, and I'll give you an update on those.